This not your country. You all came over here and stole it and beat the hell out of them.
I was
So this
born.
not your country.
It was my country.
You all need to go home.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Strong message there, I would say. A strong message, simple message, one clearly well received, some thunderous applause. I don't personally like it, and the reason why is simple enough. It's too Democrat. The Democrats play minority politics all the time. That's basically all they've done. They've claimed that they're oppressed incessantly for a long time now. So this literally is the race card. It's the race card. That's what's happening right now. White people are playing the race card. Now, I see a lot of people saying this didn't happen. There's no such thing as white people needing to apologize. No one's ever felt like this, which I find insane to say. You don't have the right to tell everyone what they feel. You can make an argument as for why his statement is overblown, and it certainly is pandering to certain people, but obviously to white people, but that wasn't really what I meant. It's obviously pandering, and you can argue against it, but people aren't even doing that. They're just insulting him. They're saying he's a cuck. They're saying his kids aren't white. I mean, it's insane. They're just saying that this has never happened, that white people have never felt the need to apologize for anything. Is there not? By the way, this is from Cringe TikToks, but it was removed because it's not a TikTok. But you can see it has 5,000 comments and 17,000 upvotes. And I didn't obviously look through that many, but these people, they're claiming that no white person has ever felt the need to apologize for anything. But yet the same people sit here all the time saying racist stuff about white people, all the time saying, like, especially black supremacist stuff, but other things as well. I'm sorry, did white people, were they not expected to do reparations for slavery? Were they not expected to do any kind of reparations for taking over the country? They gave a chunk of land to Native Americans. I mean, it's not a lot, really, like in retrospect, but that was something. Reparations to black people was something. Like, you can say that it wasn't enough, but you're saying they didn't do anything at all. You're saying they weren't expected to do anything at all, that they were never expected to apologize for being white, and yet you hold them guilty for being white. But, I mean, look at this. The thousands of posts on this one thread from a r/cringe TikToks, which is, for some inexplicable reason, a hyper-political echo chamber. And look at that. I've never apologized for being white. I apologize for being American. That's the most democratic thing I've ever heard. Just anti-America. I mean, good God. I must have missed that point of America, the period of America. Did you? Is that because you're 14? And the most obnoxious thing about this to me is that it's people who are, they're literally taking it like word for word, like needing to apologize. That's not really what it means. It means feeling like you need to apologize, as in meaning it feels like people are pressuring you constantly because of your skin color, feeling like everyone hates you because you're white, and that's a bad feeling. And I think everyone has had that feeling before at points in their life, and it is a feeling that is becoming more and more palpable in the USA. I don't think it's really overt just yet, but it is something that I, as a white American, can tell you that I've felt before, and I just don't understand who these people are to say it. It's the same thing. Like, even the ones who claim that they're white, it's the same thing as with trans people, where it's like, well, when I was 10, I was trans, and I wasn't allowed to have the life that I wanted to have. So that means that I need to force these laws to change so that other 10-year-olds can have the life that I wish I had. And it's the same thing for like parents who like women who force their daughters to be ballerinas or actresses, or fathers who force their sons to be sports ball players or whatever. Like, it's just people forcing their ideology on others. So you didn't feel like you didn't need to apologize. And that means that no one else ever did. No one else ever felt oppressed. Look at that. Not just because they're white. Only awful white people need to apologize, and ultimately it's because they're awful, not just because they're white. Not just because they're white. Why'd you add just in there? But I want to apologize. You do you? Well, go ahead. Apologize for being white.
Who served America in its military, like in the Independence War. We helped America get it, and we were still slaves afterwards. Ask those in Vietnam who gave their war on Vietnam battlefields, but then came back and was called niggas in their own country. We have fought in America's war, and we've never been given the justice and the due process of everybody else in this nation.
Then
so
why don't you move to a different country? Why are you staying here if you don't like it?
Let me tell you why. Because the country belongs to Indians. You white folks stole it from them, raped and robbed their people. This not your country. You all came over here and stole it and beat the hell out of them. So this not your country.
It was my country.
You all need to go home.
If you're
you
not
all need to go back where you came from.
If you don't like it, why don't you pack up and go?
Let the Indians decide who should pack up and go. And I guarantee you black folks will stay, and you all will be on the first damn boat leaving here. So don't try to.
Yeah, I know, it stopped at a bad place, but we've got all we need, and we can leave the rest up to the blue-tongued Redditors. See, this thread was hilariously on my main feed, directly below the one where Vance said, white people don't have to apologize for being white. You know, the thread where thousands of people claimed it was fake news, claimed it was a lie, claimed it was fabricated, claimed that white people have never had to apologize for being white. Well, here we have another thread full of thousands of people saying that white people don't even belong in America. They're so deranged and so racist, as is seen in the video, that they're imagining a scenario where Native Americans and Black Americans oust the white Americans, and then they share the country in some weird paradisical fairy tale ending. This is exactly what extremists do. They imagine a scenario where they are correct, and it's exactly what you see in many Reddit comments. The first part of this clip, they're talking about a kid who refused to say the Pledge of Allegiance. The white man asserts that, being 10 years old, she must have been conditioned by her parents, which makes sense. The black man subverts answering this by talking about how her father was military, how her mother was smart. He references female anti-slavery activists as if a free child is somehow the same as Rosa Parks, and he ultimately states the pledge was written by a racist who hates black people. They're long dead. Well, in that case, shall we purity test everyone who built the Statue of Liberty? Maybe one of their descendants is a racist, and if so, that means that we can tear down the Statue of Liberty, right? That means we can carpet bomb France with nukes, right? Because that's how logical thought processes work, isn't it? They think winning a medal in mental gymnastics makes them a winner in real life, but in reality, they're a nobody, reappropriating the suffrage of actual slaves, which they are not, in order to use conditioned hatred, in order to maintain some sort of social relevance. Democrats love saying mask off, and yet when they see this man, rip the skin off of his own face, they cheer him on as a champion. This is their champion.
Of their people. This not your country. You all came over here and stole it and beat the hell out of them. So this not your country.
It was my country.
You all need to go home.
If you're
you
not
all need to go back where you came
if
from.
If you don't like it, why don't you pack up and go?
Let the Indians decide who should pack up and go, and I guarantee you black folks will stay, and you all will be on the first damn boat leaving here. So don't try to.
So then what else is there to say? I mean, he has explicitly stated that he wants the plot of Black Panther to come true. He wants to take over, maybe not the world, but he wants to take over America for black people and kick all the white people out. That's basically what he said. He tried to be a little bit political correct, talking about Native Americans and all that, but when it's about black and white, it's about black and white, and that's what this argument is about. It's about black and white, not Native Americans. And if they're going to kick out the white people based on the suffrage of their ancestors, and of course there's not going to be any mention of anything that happened outside of white America, of course, because no one else was involved in slavery besides white American people, right? If he's going to say all of that, then that's clearly his purpose, right? He wants to take over America. He wants black people to take over America. And here we have 3.6 thousand comments that are agreeing with him. Well, not all of them. There is some comments. Like, I do agree with this one here. Why don't you just move to another country? Yeah, let me pull together tens of thousands of dollars to cover that expense. I don't like when people say this as an argument. Not what they've said. The argument of saying just leave the country. Where the hell are they supposed to go to? And even if they did have the money to go, they have to leave behind their friends, their family, the streets that they know, everything, like how everything works, how to do taxes and all that kind of stuff. They have to leave everything behind and go somewhere else and start over and learn new things. I don't like it when people say that. I don't like it when the dude in this video said it. I understand saying it as like a point of argument, though. Like, if you hate America so much, then why don't you leave? But the problem is that the people who hate America just actually want to be the dictators of it. This guy just wants to be the dictator of America. You know that based off of what he said. He ran circles around the argument instead of actually addressing it, and in the end, he said white people should be kicked out. That's what he did. He deflected, he readjusted, he never actually gave a proper argument, and in the end he said that white people don't belong in America, and that actually only black people and Native Americans belong here. I'd love to hear his thoughts on yellow and red people. But the rest of these comments are just exactly what you would think. There's even like white people from other countries chiming in. I don't understand white America, and I'm white from Ireland. Yeah, well, guess what? I don't understand the feud between Irish people and English people. Do you want me to chime in on that? No? Shut up. Like, I understand that all of these people are idiots and racist. I just don't understand how they can also go into that J.D. Vance thread and say that white people are all liars and racists. But everyone's a liar, and everyone's a racist, and everyone's a bigot and a PDF. Except for me and the people that I care about. Because I'm right about everything. Because I'm a Redditor. Oh, God, it never gets old. No matter how many times they do it. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.